Which New Balance trainer is the one for you? That's the question that we're trying to answer today. We're comparing the V14 with the Rebel V4. What's up everyone, I'm Eric McIntyre, aka Rad Dad Bod, and you're watching Rad Dad Bod TV, where we talk about running shoes. Now today we're going to be breaking down two of New Balance's trainers and letting you know kind of the key differences between them so you can decide which one is best for you. Now if it's your first time watching one of my videos, you may notice some timestamps below. Feel free to jump around to any part of this review, but if you do so, I would sure appreciate it if you came back, watch the full video when you get a sec, as I put a lot of time and effort into these videos. And if you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what I can be doing better, what I left out, what you'd like to see more of in these videos, so I can become a better reviewer for each and every one of you. Now, before I dive into any comparisons, I do want to say that I was provided the V14 free of charge for the purpose of review, but I was not paid for my review, was not asked to make any specific content, nor does anyone watch the videos beforehand. All thoughts are entirely my own. As far as the Rebel V4, with my own money, though I was given a family and friends discount as I have a friend who works within the industry. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about the intended use of the shoes. The V14 is really going to be kind of more of your standard daily trainer. It's best for easy runs, long runs, kind of standard bulk miles. Meanwhile, the Rebel V4 is really more of a lightweight daily trainer, can be used really as a workout shoe. It's supposed to be a little bit faster, a little bit lighter, a little bit more nimble, and is best used for, yeah, maybe kind of your standard daily runs, but also some nice intervals, threshold, tempo style workouts. The reality is these two shoes couldn't be more different, but I understand that if you're going to New Balance's website and you're seeing both say daily trainer, that can be a little bit confusing, as again, these shoes very, very different overall. Now from a price perspective, the V14 comes in at $165, where the Rebel V4 comes in at $140. So again, while this is going to be, in my opinion, your more up-tempo, your speedier, more versatile overall shoe, because I do think this one can go and be used for like upper end easy or lower end moderate, it is going to be a little bit cheaper. So price doesn't necessarily equate speed. From a weight perspective, you have 9.9 ounces or 280 grams with the 1080 V14, and a light 7.4 ounces and 210 grams with the Rebel V4. So again, you're starting to see some of the key differences here in the shoe, the weight being probably one of the most dramatic. Now from a stack height, you have 39 in the heel, 33 in the forefoot, and a 6mm drop in the 1080 V14, versus you have a 34 heel, 28 forefoot, and 6mm drop in the Rebel V4. So lower stack overall, higher stack overall, much lighter overall, much heavier overall, but same overall heel to toe drop. From a fit perspective, this is somewhat interesting, and I actually have talked to New Balance about this, but the V4 feels like it fits a little bit short and a little bit wide. Meanwhile, the 1080 V14, I would say, is standard to wide and more true to size lengthwise. And I have heard that they're going to be updating this in the Rebel V5, by the way. Now, from an upper perspective, you have kind of a general like engineered woven or an engineered mesh with the V14, versus in the V4, you have a synthetic or a phantom fit upper. So this is going to be kind of more of your lightweight, kind of your racing style upper, right? And that's kind of one of the keys. When you look at the shoe, you can tell it's made for a little bit more speed. It's made, like, honestly, I could race probably like a 5K in this shoe, maybe even a 10K in this shoe, versus the 1080 V14 is built more for comfort, more for plush. Speaking of the uppers, again, I do feel like the 1080 V14 ironically has the better fitting upper, but the Rebel V4, the upper does get the job done. My biggest qualms or frustrations with the Rebel V4 upper, again, is that it is a little bit short, and then that tongue is a little bit short, and so that was a little bit annoying. Despite being fully gusseted, I did find that my laces were kind of leaving me a little bit of lace bite there towards the top of the foot. Now in the foams, you have Fresh Foam X, which is going to be kind of your standard daily foam. Very, very squishy, not very responsive. It's just kind of this soft foam that you squish into, it kind of eases you along, versus you have the Fuel Cell foam, and this version of Fuel Cell is a EVA PIBA blend, which is squishy, yes, but a lot more responsive. Very, very bouncy. This is one of the bounciest shoes on the market and one of my favorite overall underfoot sensations. So as far as like when you're running, this shoe will encourage you to kind of chill, go easy. This shoe will encourage you to go fast. So although I personally like a lightweight responsive shoe, even on my easy runs, this shoe sometimes, like with the Rebel V4, at times I found that the shoe was causing me to speed up. It was giving kind of that feedback, and it was harder for me to slow down and relax. So this shoe was better suited more for those moderate paces for me, while the 1080 V14 was way better suited for kind of those easy paces. Again, this comes down to preference though. Like, although this is a lightweight trainer, so it's made to do some workouts in it, I really like lightweight trainers for my easy days because I don't like to feel slow, even when I'm going easy, right? Because easy is an overall effort. So I find that this aids my stride a little bit more, but the V14 encourages me to chill out. As far as the outsoles go, you have kind of that just durable rubber on the 1080 V14, and you have a lighter weight kind of a rubber that is still thicker overall, but like you can see that it's shedding some weight with some of those cutouts. And this one is the same rubber, I believe, that is on their race shoes. So again, just a little bit more speed oriented, but still really, really good grip. So you're not gonna be sliding around on like wet roads. I don't think either of the shoes are gonna really have you slipping or sliding around. Now, for the most part, the irony is I actually found that the rubber on the Rebel V4 was a little bit more durable than the rubber on the 1080 V14, but this is a thicker overall rubber. It's going to take a little bit more of a beating as far as bulk miles. Now, I'll be completely honest with you guys. These are not two shoes that I would normally compare, but they are two shoes that I've gotten multiple requests to compare because I understand a lot of runners are just going to like New Balance or whatever website and they're seeing two potential daily trainers and they can't really discern which one is used for what. So for the most part, just to clarify, the Rebel V4 lightweight daily trainer, the lightweight daily trainer category typically has more responsive foams in the midsole, typically are lighter weight overall, and then your standard daily trainers are going to be a little bit heavier, a little bit more plush, kind of encourage you to just be easy and tend to be a little bit more durable as well. Personally, I wish that they would update the naming of a lightweight trainer to maybe like an up-tempo trainer, and that's how I've kind of started to refer to them, just because more often than not, these are shoes that are built to be able to do kind of workouts, but in some ways they've become like obsolete due to plated trainers and lightweight plated trainers that you can see a lot of them on the wall. A lot of people just use super shoes for their speed workouts, where traditionally you might use a lightweight trainer as a sort of racing flat. Now, to me, the up-tempo trainers, the lightweight trainers, are the best value on the market. Again, you heard 140 versus 165. This shoe, though, is a little bit more versatile, maybe not quite as durable, maybe not quite best use for easy runs, but if you're someone like me who has a really heavy stride and you like to feel nimble and light on foot, then a lightweight trainer may be a good option for you on your easy days, or at least kind of your standard daily runs that aren't like full recovery runs. If I could only have one of these two shoes, I would choose the Rebel V4 every single time. This is one of my top shoes of the year personally, and that's not a knock on the V14. It's just that, again, not a whole lot of versatility, but if you were building out a full shoe rotation, right, and you had, let's say, like a 3 to 4 shoe rotation where you had your easy day shoe, maybe your like moderate shoe, and then your race day shoe, or maybe you had like easy day shoe, like your workout shoe, and then your race day shoe, this would probably fit more so in your workout shoe category, and this would fit in your easy day category. But if you're looking at just like what's going to be the most responsive, what's going to be the fastest shoe during a workout, it's not going to be the Rebel V4. So that's where plated trainers obviously are going to fit into that spot and be a superior shoe overall than the Rebel V4. But for the people who don't like to use plated trainers that often, which that does include me, this is going to be a really good option. But you can see how the usage of each shoe will vary by the user and the stride of the individual. So there you go, 2 great options from New Balance. For me, I'm going with the Rebel V4 9 times out of 10 over the 1080 V14, but on those days that I really just want to chill, then the 1080 V14 is going to take the cake. But you really can't go wrong with either shoe. Both are phenomenal. So I hope that this video allows you to understand the key differences between the two shoes and which one might be better for you. Or maybe you just buy both. Now, if you've stuck around this long, I sure appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like and a comment. Let me know what I can be doing better, or what things I left out in this video that you were curious about when it comes to these two shoes. And as always, I'll leave you guys with a question, which is, what is your go-to type of shoe for your standard daily miles? Do you prefer a lightweight trainer, or do you look more for cushion or standard daily training in something like the 1080 V14? Let me know down below. Thanks, everybody.